everybody, it's Jill for today. Thanks so much for coming by. I hope you're all doing well today. Now, what I want to do today is talk about the comments that I've been receiving. First of all, I want to give just a huge thank you to all of you and all the wonderful comments you've left regarding, my not feeling well and sending best wishes and prayers. It's been so heartwarming to know that you're all out there, and so anyway, I want to thank you for that. Now, the comments that I want to really go over today are the ones that came from a recent video I did, Women, Hear Me Roar. I am Woman, Hear Me Roar. And I have gotten some of the most amazing comments, and I want to read some of them and make some comments about them, because some of them, well, of course, I hadn't been feeling well, and some of them just, I'd like to acknowledge and kind of comment on. And if you don't get around to reading old comments, this might be fun for you too. So I'm going to do some reading here, and this comes from Looney Tunes, who I absolutely adore. Of course, I adore all of you, but she's a super lady. And if you need to refresh your memory about the video, I'm going to leave a post up there for you, so you can go back and watch it, and then it kind of gives you a reference as far as the comments go. Okay. I don't even know where to begin. I am 76 and feeling stronger than I ever have. In 1971, I couldn't get a credit card from Sears. I told them I had paid off a joint car loan through Allstate, but it didn't matter. I could only buy script and pay it off monthly to establish my own credit. I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. They would only watch for 6 months, and then I could apply again. I bought the script and paid it off in a couple of months. I was denied again because I hadn't shown I was dependable on a monthly basis. Until I got a credit card, I couldn't get a gas card or anything else, and had to pay cash for everything. Those days are behind me, but I still remember the sting of it not being good enough. Sizzler started giving me the senior discount for people over 55. I was in my 40s, but I had gray hair. I took it since they didn't ask me my age. I still love Sizzler, especially when traveling. Customers have memories. Big businesses, be warned. Now, first of all, I want to just make a quick comment about getting the Sizzler's discount. We have a few places here in town that have, like, Tuesday's the senior day, and you have to ask for it. They will not say, "Are you over 65?" I guess they had some very insulted customers. So it's interesting that they don't even ask you, they just give it to you. So, but back to your comment, Looney Tunes. I get it, and as my video indicates, I went through such a similar thing. I couldn't get credit. I tried getting credit, and I don't know what the script is. I hope that you'll write back and let me know what that's about. I don't understand it, but I think your comments are wonderful, and I think you're 76, and I am the same age. No, I'm 60. How old am I? I'm 67. And even though we had some age differences, I suspect you had it worse than I did, because I was trying that out in 1970. So it was not a good scene. Okay, moving on here. This is Selena Martin. I am so glad that you're feeling better. Thank you. I am 51, but when I turned 50, which weirded me out, I get it, I was finished blaming God and men for all the bad things I had been through. I was tired of being a doormat or conforming into what others thought I should be! Exclamation point. I started shouting out loud that while I am middle-aged, old, used up, washed up, and whatever other demeaning group society wants to put me in, I have been there and I have done that, and I know it all. So don't stand in my way, because I'll run you over and not look back. I'm going to spend what time I have left on earth as a woman I dreamed of being. Beautiful, smart, amazing, sexy, and I can do anything I set my mind to. I'm going out in a blaze of glory. Thank you so much, Jill. Wow. I mean, that's amazing. And so much of it was in all caps. And she's put her foot down, and she's not going to let anybody run over her, as she said. So good for you, Selena, and I loved the comment. Thank you so much for writing that in. I love it. Bubba Goose. A lot of these are the longer ones that I'm reading. So, I just turned 60 on February 14th. No problem about that number at all. I'm cool with it. Here's one of my experiences involving my husband. I had car insurance with Allstate. Oh, that's interesting. The other comment was about Allstate. Since I was 16 years old, first under my parents' policy and then under my own when I turned 18. I got married when I was 30. We decided to put my husband on the Allstate account. I called our agent and gave him the information. Guess what? I had had that account in my name for 12 years by that time. When I added my husband, all of the paperwork and the account now showed only, in caps, only his name on the first line and then an and, which would have been her. They didn't even put my name on it right. They couldn't fit his name and my name on the same line. So his name was now on the account and mine was dropped. And I am just an and. I called the agent. This was back when they had insurance agents, and I remember that too. You had a local insurance agent. It wasn't done online. And discussed it with him. He said there was no way to change it. Their system automatically put the man's name first, but not to worry, I was still covered. I hung up the phone, then called Geico and opened up a brand new account with them in both of our names, no problem, and I canceled Allstate after 12 years. I am woman, hear me roar. Excellent. Now, you know what's interesting, I think probably, I would suspect that almost all women, and certainly many of you who are watching, and in a universe of women trying to get their names established on credit, and they have a husband that you're going into a co-loan with, like a house loan or a car loan, even this insurance, it's always the man's name. Always, always the man's name. In fact, little side question, comment on this. Randy, my husband, whenever we apply for like a bank, when you're setting up a bank account and you're going to have a checking account, that sort of thing, he always says Jill's name is to be on top. Or first, if it's Jill and, Randy, or Jill and then Randy. And he does that out of respect for me, and I love him for that. He does it so there's more ability that if someone's going to mess with my credit rating, I'm at the top of the line. So I understand that totally, and I think every one of us has had that experience. And I'm so glad that you dropped them and went on to Geico. So there you go. Let's see here. Okay. This is from Terry Sue. She says, I'm glad you're feeling better. Thank you. I'll be 69 next month. I roar the loudest when I first try to get out of bed in the morning. I have been overweight my entire life and invisible. In the early 70s, I was embarrassed to go to the beach. And then one day I said, screw it. I'm not going to give up having fun at the beach. Good for you. If people don't like what I look like in a bathing suit, they can move on down the beach. My very best years were in my 50s, still limber enough to move around, but old enough not to worry about impressing anyone. Girls just want to have fun, no matter their age. I love that. And it's interesting. I have mentioned before, age discrimination, sexual discrimination. This is what this topic is: women versus men. But and in that video, I had mentioned weight discrimination, and that really is a whole nother video. And I know for myself, I have been discriminated over and over again. Jobs, department stores, restaurants, you name it, and I've been discriminated against. So I love that. You said, move on down the beach. Sometimes you'll see videos of, not the beautiful people videos, but real videos of people out on the beaches in Florida, Hawaii, wherever it is. And it's like, there's people out there of size, or their legs are horrible, or their arms are flabby. They don't care. They're out there, they're in Hawaii, they're going to have a good time, and there you go. So I love that. Thank you so much. This is from Muse. I love Muse. She's such a sweetheart. As a stay-at-home mom living on one paycheck and not bringing home the bacon, the rest of the jingle. There was no empowerment. The women's liberation movement left some like me feeling less than, since most moms were working outside their homes, paying daycares to help raise their children. And that's a whole nother video, right? Women who stay home to take care of their children. We had a party, we went to a party here just the other day, and a couple that are there, he's a house father, and she works full time. It's just the way it worked out. And I said, you know, people always say, oh, you're just a housewife or you're just a house husband, and, you know, get out there and work. I mean, that's where, no way. I'll tell you what, that being a parent and being home all day is the most demanding job. I can't imagine. I couldn't do it. And it is unfortunate that there are still people, I don't know so much anymore, but it's unfortunate that some people still feel that, you know, you staying home, really? Pish posh, you know, I don't get that at all. Mona, she's such a doll. Great talk, Jill. I know about the song, but haven't listened to it as an adult. But when you read the lyrics, they touched me because of pain that I have been through that shaped me even more than I thought I already was. My last vehicle I purchased was the first purchase I made without my husband. Just me on the paperwork. I felt so accomplished. I didn't need anyone but me. Oh man, excellent. You know, I'm a woman here, me roar. Excellent, I love that. Just right on. Let's see here. Yes, here's from Diana. Yes, I tried to get my credit by myself in 1983 when I got married, but they said I would need my husband. Even in 1983. Even back in the late 1990s, I could not buy a car without him. Oh. On another note, I have noticed that a lot of men don't want to talk to me since I'm obese. There we go again. I guess this is a good topic to get onto eventually. Even if I pass them walking down the sidewalk, it's like I'm invisible. Oh well, it's a shame that people treat each other like that. Yeah, and like I said, I think that was one we should bring out of the closet and talk about, because it's out there. We've all, if you have a weight issue, we've all suffered from it. I just know we have. Let's see here. Okay, this is from Jane Smith, and she said, you know, I'm glad you're feeling better. If asked, I give my age because they do not believe me. I'm not ashamed of my age, just surprised that time has gone by so fast. Oh, I know. Yes, there has always been age and weight discrimination. It shouldn't be, but is. Yep. Okay, I think that's all of the ones here that were, you know, like big ones that I wanted to read. A lot of them were, you know, yeah, you're right, and you know, that sort of thing. So I'm really glad I touched on these. I have one other comment I want to make. Someone had written me about it might be nice for me to have some sort of little emoji that, you know, indicates that I've read your comment and enjoyed it. And I don't do any of my editing or that sort of thing on my phone. I use my laptop, and I don't have the ability to put in any kind of specialized emojis. You know, YouTube does allow you to do a little heart, you know, and you get a you know, you see that I've done that, or anyone else has. So I just want you to know that I read all of your comments, absolutely every single one of them. Sometimes I can answer them, and sometimes it's really easier to do this. I hope you all understand that. Anyway, I think this video has gone on quite long enough. I hope you enjoyed the comments. I'd like to hear back from you on some of these things that might have touched you as well. You know, these comments that some of you have mentioned. I really do think a weight discrimination one. I mean, I don't know whether we need to beat it to death, but I think that it's, I don't know whether the word is comforting, but it's like, you know, sexual discrimination. I think, you know, we all know that if you're an overweight person, that this happens, and it's, even today, you know. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you tell your friends. And if you'd like to subscribe, there's a subscribe thing up there, and all you have to do is hit it, and then there's a little bell down by the word that says subscribe, and if you hit that, then you'll always know when I have a video uploaded. Anyway, thanks a lot, people. I love ya, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.